Welcome back. Hope everyone's been having a great day. I want to take the time today to talk to you all about how Ripple is essentially banking the unbanked and more. Upon coming across this title right here, I automatically had to read it, and the article, the news, is really just as good as the title might suggest. Now, I'm going to read straight from the article here before I actually get into it. Under development by XRP Labs, a firm that develops products solely for XRP Ledger, Zoom is an all-inclusive platform that allows XRP holders to settle and track their transactions, create accounts, and exchange value on the Ripple blockchain, among other features. Now, one of the cool things about this is that roughly 22% or 55 million United States citizens are actually unbanked. This essentially gives them the ability to have the banking experience without actually needing a physical bank to be tied down to. Now, one of the really fascinating things about this is that they made it so you can actually receive it in whatever currency you might want. So pretty much this also makes it for people that are in countries that sending money to or receiving is not as easy. It makes it more accessible for them, and it makes it more accessible for them to tap into the markets, the global markets in general. And I think that's really where the money's at. I think that's really where this is going to thrive, if it is. I think really that's the key, the game changer right there. Pretty much you can be in Mars and I can send you 100 US dollars, and you can be in Mars, and whatever currency you use over there, you can choose to receive it in that currency and you can spend it over there. I'm sure they'll add features such as being able to cash it out to a debit card or stuff like that. Actually, just randomly thinking, this is not, just to clarify, this is not something that it actually says on the article and not anything they said, but just something I was thinking. I think it would be cool if they gave a feature that you can actually pay with the app with the assets that you have. So I know there's Apple Pay and stuff like that, but rather this would be something where like I can send you $10 and you can just use it. You can transfer it to fiat in the actual app, and then you can use that, tap it onto the point of sale systems, and actually pay with that. Of course, this is something that is still again being tested, and who knows, maybe they might add that, maybe not. But one thing to keep in mind is that crypto is still early, so for something like that to happen, we would need it to be more mass adopted, but nonetheless, that's not what we're here to talk about. Again, I think this is great news because I think this is something that's going to do well, and it's going to target more people Ripple already have. I think that's really the key here, just bringing more people in for XRP, for Ripple, and just for the market as a whole. Because again, something that one company does to better their crypto is essentially bettering all cryptos as a whole. Now, one of the things that I also want to talk about before I actually post the video of the app is how critics mention Ripple's escrow withdrawals a never-ending ICO. And to be quite honest, it essentially is, but in my opinion, as long as it helps them better the XRP and Ripple ecosystem, I don't think it really matters that much. I'm sure they probably keep some, but as long as they're just bettering Ripple as a company and the XRP ecosystem, it really doesn't matter what they do with the spare. Now here I'm just going to show you the app really quickly, and so you can just kind of see it and take a look at it. Of course, again, you can always download it. Keep in mind that Ripple is still doing that 20 XRP minimum, so pretty much 20 of the XRPs you put in will already go to like some kind of reserve account. But I'm going to show you the app just so you can kind of take a look at it. Again, you can already download it, but keep in mind that the 20 XRP minimum still applies. Now, so here we have the app. I do know that it's a little blurry, but I've kind of been messing with it for the past like 20 or so minutes. Couldn't quite get it to focus, but I figured you can at least still see the general things. Now, of course, you can hit send, you have a request, you have your settings, your profile, your events, which is who's paid you, who you paid, and stuff like that. And right here it actually says Coinbase, so it tells you straight where you got it from or who you send it to. Now, something I want you all to keep in mind so you don't get a little bit alarmed when you do it, if you decide to download the app and deposit some. Now, I initially deposited 50 XRP, but because of the 20 XRP wallet reserve, I actually now have 30. Now, since you made it this far into the video, if you just put in a comment below, just write the number 30 and then your XRP address, I will be sending 3 of you 10 XRP each. Now, that pretty much does it for this video, but stay tuned for the next one and let me know what you guys think, because I think the idea of this Zoom is quite nice, and I think it comes at a good time, just because with everything that's going on, people are trying to kind of get away from cash. So I think, again, this is just right timing. But anyhow, I'll see you all on the next one.